Expedia and Visit Scotland invite you to come experience the beauty that awaits in Scotland. The sweep of wild coastlines, quiet lochs, and untamed landscapes. Fresh cuisine that feels rooted in the land. Come experience the kind of stillness that stays with you long after you leave. Plan your Scottish escape today at expedia.com/Visit Scotland.
LinkedIn is pretty amazing at helping you grow your small business. We cannot stop your new clients from emailing you at 3 a.m. We can help you sell, market, and hire in one place. We cannot help you be in 3 places at once. And while we can't help you organize your calendar, LinkedIn can help you land more clients so you have a calendar to organize. Grow your small business on LinkedIn. Learn more at linkedin.com/smallbusiness.
Yeah, and I think that's so important, like feeling that you actually have the power. You really can be proactive about your health. You know, the idea of overhauling everything is intimidating. But when you think about swaps, when you think about these small things, like even just making one of these recipes is a great first step when you think about taking your health seriously, but also enjoying it all along the way. I'll tell you, I think the thing that we've really talked about that I can just emphasize again is the versatility of the sweet potato. Yes, you know, how you've enjoyed them over the years is delicious, but really trying these new recipes like smoothies and fajita style and the bowls and the fudge and the dips and everything that you can do with them, just have fun with sweet potatoes. That's the message.
Hey everyone, this is Jonathan Marks from GoTo Health. I hope you're having a wonderful day. February is American Heart Month, and heart disease is the leading cause of death in the United States. That's why we're having shows on how you can improve your heart health, especially through your diet, so you can enjoy everyday heart-smart eating. Health experts say diet remains one of the most powerful and controllable factors influencing cardiovascular health. Heart disease is responsible for about 1 in every 5 deaths in the U.S., making everyday food choices a central focus during American Heart Month. Many Americans say they want to eat healthier, but weeknight routines rely on the same quick meals. Research shows, and we love research, it shows that diets higher in fruit and vegetables are associated with a lower risk of cardiovascular disease and premature death, reinforcing guidance to add more plant-based foods to daily meals. For an easy meal upgrade, nutritionists suggest adding sweet potatoes, a versatile option rich in fiber, potassium, and vitamin A that can anchor balanced meals. A shout out for North Carolina. They grow more than 65% of the nation's sweet potatoes, making them widely available year-round in grocery stores nationwide. Our guest today is Dawn Jackson Blattner. She's a registered dietitian and nutritionist and a certified specialist in sports dietetics. She's the author of 2 books, The Flexitarian Diet and The Superfood Swap. She's a trusted expert appearing regularly in local and national media outlets such as The Today Show and Good Morning America. She also worked for 10 years as the head dietitian for the Chicago Cubs. Go Cubs and go Dawn. If you want to learn more about sweet potatoes and the North Carolina Sweet Potato Commission, you can visit the website ncsweetpotatoes.com, ncsweetpotatoes.com, and spell potatoes with an E, ncsweetpotatoes.com. And before we get to Dawn, a reminder and a request, please visit our website so you can learn more. You can opt in and see all our shows. You can also watch us on YouTube and Apple and Spotify. And if you like our show, please give us a thumbs up or a 5-star review. That helps more people find the show. Thanks so much in advance. So welcome to the show, Dawn Jackson Blattner. How are you today?
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited to be on the show. Thanks for having me.
Good. So tell us, February is American Heart Month. Why is this a good time for us to be rethinking what we're eating every day?
Well, here's what I think, okay? When the calendar flips to February, it is an amazing time to remember that your heart is working so hard for you every single day. I mean, lucky for us, it's beating. And so cool. You could actually have foods that support your heart. And so as a dietitian, that's what I'm really interested in. What foods can you eat that would support optimal health, particularly heart health right now? And one of the biggest things that I see is that a lot of people think, oh my goodness, heart health means I have to overhaul everything.
Mm-hmm.
But really what works is the opposite, is that starting small actually leads to great results. So it could be something as easy as having a couple of heart smart foods ready in your kitchen that you can put into recipes all week long. So that message really of don't make this complicated. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. Little things really actually matter, especially when it comes to your heart.
Good. So before we get to the food in front of you and talk about that, I want to find out a little bit more about your background. You're a registered dietitian. What kind of training have you been through?
Yeah, so a dietitian goes to college for a degree in nutrition or human metabolism, and then you go and do an internship where you actually practice everything that you learned, anywhere from 9 months to 12 months, and then you sit for the national exam. And once you pass that, every year you need to do continuing education so that you have a solid science foundation to really talk about what foods you can use to impact your optimal health.
Got it. Thank you for that background. That really helps.
Yes.
So tell us, you have sweet potatoes in front of you. What makes sweet potatoes such a smart ingredient for a heart-healthy meal?
Well, listen to this. Not only is it Heart Month, but it's also National Sweet Potato Month. So I love that these both fall into February. And the reason being is because sweet potatoes are known as the orange superfood for your heart. And they have 3 nutrients in there that are really heart smart. That's fiber, potassium, and vitamin A. And when you have those 3 nutrients together, that's very supportive of healthy cholesterol levels, very supportive of healthy blood pressure as well. So that's important when it comes to nutrition. But I'm also a realist, okay? I'm also somebody who knows that just because something is good for you doesn't mean that people are going to eat it. It also has to be delicious. And one of the things that I love about sweet potatoes is they're practical, that you really find them very easy to make, and they're very easy to locate in the grocery store all year long. And actually, a fun fact that I learned is about 2/3 of the sweet potatoes are grown in North Carolina.
Great. Well, you just mentioned all year long. I'm glad you brought that up because I usually think about it, and I need to change my thinking, that sweet potatoes are really a Thanksgiving food. I usually think about sweet potatoes with marshmallows on top. That was my family tradition. But you're saying they're really available in the market all year round.
Yeah, you know what? Thank you so much for pointing that out, because I think you are not alone. A lot of people think of them as the one-hit wonder kind of thing. But really today, I think my number one job is to make sure that, they're so versatile. Everything from breakfast to lunch to dinner to desserts to snacks to dips. I mean, there's nothing a sweet potato cannot do. So I'm glad that together we are going to broaden the horizons of everyone, especially on National Sweet Potato Month, of how to use this magical orange superfood.
Hey all, Jonathan from Go2 Health. Let me ask, how do you sustain your energy throughout the day? I try to do it with the morning cup of coffee and then one in the afternoon as a pick-me-up, and of course my daily vitamins. But what if I told you I was trying something new that's working for me just great? It provides me with sustained energy and focus, with caffeine for alertness, but balanced by amino acids and taurine to prevent jitters or crashes. It also has a blend of B vitamins, L-carnitine, and choline to power my energy and mental clarity, even if I didn't get the best night's sleep. It's also packed with vitamins A, C, and E to support my immune health, even with my days of packed schedules. And it's sugar-free and what I'll call flavor-forward. I alternate between 3 delicious flavors: mandarin orange, mango strawberry, and fruit punch. Just 1 small scoop of mix in 8 ounces of water and I'm done. Boom, off to the races. This formula boasts 32 years of brand expertise and thousands of 5-star reviews from millions of users. And it's a woman-owned company. What's this product I'm yakking about? It's called Spark Energy Plus Focus from Advocare. Spark Energy Plus Focus. For Go to Health listeners, I've scored 30% off and free shipping. Go to drinkspark.com and use code GoToHealth at checkout. That's code GoToHealth at drinkspark.com. Let's tackle the day together with Spark Energy plus Focus. Great. So tell us, for families trying to eat healthier, what are some helpful additions to everyday recipes? You have some foods in front of us. Why don't you tell us about those?
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned the word families, right? I mean, the minute you say that, you think the word busy. I mean, we all are, right? So very busy. So the key is, when it comes to eating good nutrition, is what can I eat that's super versatile, that can go in a lot of different recipes? And that's really why I love sweet potatoes, that versatility. And I got to say, there is a hack to sweet potatoes that I've got to share, because it really can be a game changer for you, is that you bake them once and then you can use them all week. So I make a big batch by either cutting the sweet potato in half, or I cut it into cubes. Then I put it on a baking sheet in a 400-degree oven for about 30 to 40 minutes. And they get so tender, so delicious. But sometimes I'll even use an air fryer to make them. And then I put them in the fridge. And then when I go and open the fridge, I see those little sweet potatoes smiling back at me. And I remember to put them in all sorts of recipes. So that versatility is really key when it comes to families.
Now, with that recipe you just mentioned, do you keep the skin on or do you take it off? Can we eat the skin?
You definitely can eat the skin. And I wash the sweet potatoes and I leave the skin on. Not only does it save me time, but it adds a little nutrition.
Great. So why don't you tell us about the foods you have in front of us today?
All right. I thought a good idea would be similar to what you said, is to say, okay, you say they're so versatile, prove it,
Yeah.
right? So I'm here to prove it. I have a breakfast and I have a lunch and I have a dinner idea that are all my very favorites that I want to share with you. So the breakfast is a sweet potato creamsicle smoothie. And I bake the sweet potato and I have them in the fridge. And then all I do is throw those sweet potatoes that are baked in the blender with some Greek yogurt, vanilla extract, and orange juice. When you blend that together, it literally tastes like a creamsicle, but you're getting all that good nutrition from the sweet potato, like we talked about, the fiber, the potassium, the vitamin A, plus the sweet potato makes that smoothie so creamy.
Great. That sounds like a wonderful recipe. I'll have to try that because I love smoothies in the morning.
Me too.
Good. So what do you have for lunch?
Okay. Yes. So let's continue on our day. So one of the things for nutrition, I always think it's important to make foods that you crave, things that you love, and just making them with healthy, better for you ingredients. So something that I crave, things like tacos and fajitas. Well, for lunch, I just think this is the coolest. It's fajita stuffed sweet potatoes. And so you just take the sweet potato half that you baked out of the fridge, and then you top it with some delicious seasoned fajita style chicken, peppers, and onions. And you put that on the sweet potato, heat it all up. And I'll tell you, and then you can put your toppings on there if you want a little Greek yogurt on top or some green onions. But I'll tell you what, this is such a great lunch that you can make so very quickly anytime, but you could also make them ahead so that it literally is a grab and go lunch for you on those busy, busy days.
Great. Now, do you use some kind of taco or shell in there, or is it just the sweet potato acting as the shell?
Yeah, it's just the sweet potato acting as that shell. And it's so fun. I'll tell you what, for kids, especially when they're trying new foods, it's so important if they like tacos. So it's like the taco style or fajita style sweet potatoes is a great way to introduce them to foods so that they are familiar with that flavor. And they're like, oh my gosh, this is fun.
There you go. Okay, let's talk about the dinner meal. What do you have?
Well, I got to admit to you, this dinner idea is not my own. Okay. I actually got it from social media because it is a social media famous recipe, and it is called a hot honey sweet potato bowl. And so the ingredients are sweet potatoes, of course, as the base, but then the protein is ground turkey and cottage cheese. There's sauteed greens in there, avocado, and then the whole thing is drizzled with hot honey. Now, I tell you, when I first sort of saw that combo, I was like, I don't know. I tried it because I was curious. And I'll tell you what, I make this at least once a week. It is so easy to make. It is so delicious. And I got to say that combo is out of this world.
Great. Now, where can we find these recipes? Is it on the Sweet Potato Commission website?
Yes. So the website is ncsweetpotatoes.com. And so it's all these recipes and so many more, like sweet potato queso, sweet potato fudge. I mean, literally, there's nothing you can't do with a sweet potato.
Boy, there must be a lot of sweet potatoes in North Carolina because they actually have a North Carolina Sweet Potato Commission, and you can visit their website. I've been there. It really is a fun website. It's ncsweetpotatoes.com. And let me just tell you, potatoes is spelled Potatoes. A lot of people don't spell potatoes with an extra E, but with an E in there, but you have to put the E in there to get to the website.
It's so true.
ncsweetpotatoes.com.
And another interesting fact talking about spelling, sweet potatoes is actually one word. Take that in.
Okay.
Can you believe it?
I didn't know that.
Spread the word.
Okay, good. So, Dawn, I did want to ask you about your book. You're an author. You have two books. One is called The Flexitarian Diet, and the other one is called The Superfood Swap. Tell us about those books, please.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for asking. So a flexitarian diet is being a flexible vegetarian. So trying to eat vegetarian foods, but not being so strict about it, being loose and flexible. Mm-hmm. And then superfood swap is very much what we're doing here today, is eat what you crave, but make it with better for you ingredients. So thinking about those swaps that are little things you can do in your life that actually lead to very big health changes, all while eating foods you enjoy.
Good. And so you're really underlying how big a change we can have in our health just by substituting the foods that we eat.
Yeah. And I think that's so important, like feeling that you actually have the power. You really can be proactive about your health. The idea of overhauling everything is intimidating. But when you think about swaps, when you think about these small things, like even just making one of these recipes is a great first step when you think about taking your health seriously, but also enjoying it all along the way.
Great. So, Dawn, what question didn't I ask that I should have, or what kind of big message would you like to leave with people today?
Well, I'll tell you, I think the thing that we've really talked about that I can just emphasize again is the versatility of the sweet potato. Yes, how you've enjoyed them over the years is delicious, but really trying these new recipes like smoothies and fajita style and the bowls and the fudge and the dips and everything that you can do with them, just have fun with sweet potatoes. That's the message.
Great. Good. Thanks so much for being with us today, Dawn.
Well, thanks so much for having me, and happy Heart Month and also happy National Sweet Potato Month.
That's great. We've been talking with Dawn Jackson Blattner. She's a registered dietitian and nutritionist. She's a certified specialist in sports dietetics. She's also the author of two books, The Flexitarian Diet and The Superfood Swap. She's a trusted expert appearing regularly in local and national media outlets such as The Today Show and Good Morning America. Thanks for being with us today, Dawn. It's been great to meet you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for having me, and go enjoy your sweet potatoes.
I'm going to do that, especially I'm going to try it for breakfast. Good. All righty. This has been Jonathan Marks. Please visit our website at go2healthmedia.com. You can see all our shows there in video. You can learn tremendous amounts from the content we've created. We're also on YouTube and 8 podcast networks. And if you like one of our shows, please give us a thumbs up or a 5-star review. That helps more people find us and get the word out. Thanks so much for being with us today, everybody. This has been Jonathan Marks from Go to Health. And as we say at the end of every show, go to health. God bless. We'll see you again next time. Take care. Thanks, Dawn. That was fun.
Oh my gosh. Awesome. Thank you. It was fun.
Thank you for tuning in today to Go to Health. You are one of almost 10,000 people per day who enjoy the evidence-based health information offered by our guest health experts. You can watch us on our website and YouTube and listen to us on 8 podcast networks. Be sure to join Jonathan Marks in our upcoming shows each week. If you like our show, please share this episode with your friends and colleagues. You can subscribe to the show, join our email list, send us feedback, browse through the online store, and view our library of over 150 shows at go2healthmedia.com. See you next time, and remember to elevate your life with Go to Health.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Struggling with weight loss? Prolon's 5-day fasting mimicking diet is a clinically developed nutrition program designed to promote fat loss while protecting lean body mass. Developed at USC's Longevity Institute, it assists the body in entering a fasting-like state that helps reset metabolism and target visceral fat. In just 5 days, Prolon offers a science-backed approach to weight loss without extreme restriction or guesswork. Get 15% off plus a $40 bonus gift when you subscribe at prolonlife.com/now.